All right, day 5 of our 5-day theme park excursion in Orlando. We are at Universal. We're here to check out 2 different things, basically, besides ride the rides and have fun, is spring break crowds, which it's already plentiful. It's hugely crowded at 10 in the morning. And then they're running Mardi Gras. It's been going on since February. So we're gonna check that out a little bit. We're not gonna waste any time. We gotta go finish our tickets and get through the turnstiles, so join us on this experience. All right, we just got through the turnstiles. We went to the ticket booth to look at upgrading our tickets. We got just a 1-day, 1-park ticket because we knew we were only gonna have 1 day here. So we looked at possibly upgrading to the park hopper and getting the express pass, or the express lane pass. It was $60 per person to add the park hopper, which wasn't terrible, but it was basically $300 a person to add the front of line pass. So it would have been $1,000 for the 3 of us for front of line or express lane pass. So we dropped that. We just stuck with the 1-day, 1 park. So we'll just, if we have to wait in lines, we'll wait in lines. That's what that is. But we'll go still experience Universal Studios. All right, so we're working our way over toward E.T. It's a shorter line right now, so we're gonna go kick rides off with that as we see some of the Mardi Gras advertisements. And then here's a float right here. It's a very bougie gator. Maybe we'll call it a bougie dial. And then there's another one right in front of us. It looks like maybe like a pirate ship. And of course, every float has a fleur-de-lis on it. Actually, there's floats all over the place. Oh, it's like royalty. And then this one down here looks like, oh, it's the Secret Life of Pets. Very cool. Zoom in on this one a little bit. We'll get this one up close. Oh, that's super cool.
The revolution has begun!
And here's another float. This one's very piratey. And apparently a little later when they actually open, because they're closed right now, they throw beads out. As we're over in entering the kids zone for E.T., which I see E.T. right there. Declan's newly into SpongeBob, so he's excited to see Patrick and Squidward.
We've got some unauthorized people entering the base. Wait, they got E.T. Away. Unit 3, cut them off!
Got him, at the bottom of the hill.
Kid, into the road! Whoa, watch it! Hey! Stop! They're getting away!
Oh.
E.T., go to Tickly. Hurry.
Welcome home. You deserve it. Or die.
Welcome home. You are
Mad dog.
You have saved our planet. Come, celebrate with us.
Goodbye, friend.
You can be hiding just about anywhere.
All right, so we just got off Men in Black, Aliens Attack, and now we're making our way over to Diagon Alley and some Escape from Gringotts. And we're just gonna walk into this random building here. And we have found Diagon Alley. And there's already wizards out doing their thing, wizards and witches alike. The hopping pot. There's butterbeer.
No, we can walk through there. Oh, I gotta walk.
Oh, I see Escape from Gringotts coming around the corner. Oh, and there's the dragon. Gringotts Bank. Oh, it's down to a 50-minute wait. So we gotta go store the bags in the camera, unfortunately, and then we can get in line. And it looks like, yep, the line's gonna be all inside, which is fabulous.
I don't think I'm rid of you, Motherboard.
All right, so we're wandering out of the Diagon Alley for now. We might go back. It's about 2:30, so we're starting to get hungry. And since a big part of today is to try out a lot of these different food stands, we're heading to the Germany location, which has a vegan Bratwurst, which sounds absolutely delicious. My hunch is that it's probably going to be beyond. We'll see. Either way, I'm sure it'll be delicious. And it showed it as basically right outside of London here, so we should be right near it. All right, so over at Germany, like I was saying, we got the vegan Bratwurst with beer braised onions, and you can buy the actual tasting cards at the locations. Here's what that looks like. And perfect. And so, thank you. You too. So here's the vegan, and it comes with some chips, and then we get a pretzel as well. And then every time you scan it, you get the receipt, which shows how many items you have left. So we use number 3 over at Puerto Rico, and it's neat how they put the little flags of each country where you buy it from. And so we went to Puerto Rico, and we got a quesito, which from the description it almost kind of sounds like a fried cheesecake. Maybe not quite as sweet, but it was some cream cheese and some other filling in a deep fried kind of goodness shell. It looks like sugar on top of it, so I'll bet that's going to be really, really good. All right, so just finished with the quesito, and yeah, that's exactly what it tasted like. It wasn't like a blended cheesecake filling. It was fruit filling with cream cheese, but that mixed with the fried crust outside just basically made it taste like fried cheesecake bites. So that was super delicious. And then the brat, I forgot to mention, it was in fact a Beyond sausage. The braised onions, braised beer onions were really, really good. Declan's got the Puerto Rico flag. So far the food's been really good. We still have 7 items to go. We're gonna go do another ride though and get out of the heat for a little while. It says it feels like it's 89, but it is sweltering out here. It's 86 degrees right now with 50% or more of humidity. So anybody who's spent any time in the south or in humid locations, you'll know what it's feeling like right now. So as I was mentioning earlier, pretty much when we were coming in, how there's a lot of people here, of course, and kind of showcasing just a little bit of the crowds. It's actually not awful right here compared to what some other places have been, but what I am noticing is lines are a little different than they've been at Disneyland. Or I'm sorry, Disney World. They're not so, we'll say, distanced. The markers are there. The layout's all the same as Disney World, all the precautions. Just people are ignoring them a lot more. And then there's a lot of what we can call chin straps going on with the masks. Pretty much as soon as people get in line, they put the masks underneath their chin and then just ignore the lines and get right up onto people. Some people are actually stepping on my shoes is how close they were to me in line. So the last thing we just showed was the poached pear creme brulee crepe, and then and that was from France. And then from Belgium, it's a waffle with whipped cream, strawberries, and chocolate sauce. So I'm sure it's a Belgian waffle.
Flag is for the different countries it is in.
Exactly. And which one is this?
Belgium. The waffle was super yummy.
What did it taste like?
A fluffy waffle with some chocolate on it.
So we're over visiting the Bahamas stand, and I'll zoom in a little bit. So besides the regular jerk chicken, they've got jerk jackfruit, which is a vegan version of it, which sounds really good. Here is the vegan jerk jackfruit, and comes with rice, a little bit of looks like a pineapple relish or slaw of some sort, a lime wedge, and then the jackfruit itself, which you know, I'm rather familiar with jackfruit. Have not really cooked with it much, but I've eaten a lot of it. And this really does look like a little piece of like shredded chicken almost. So I'll give it a try and see how it is. But yeah, the other two items, the waffle and the crepe, both obviously really sweet. Actually, the pear one wasn't so sweet. It was more, I mean, there was sweetness to it. The cream kind of cut a little bit of the sweetness, I think. But the waffle obviously was sugar on sugar on sugar with a sugar waffle. So that was really good. I could only eat a little bit of it though. Declan ate most of it. So it'll be nice to balance out the sweetness with this savory dish now. All right, before I get too far into eating it, I said I'm very familiar with jackfruit, which I am. I am not familiar at all with jerk. So I don't know if this is what jerk is like. Somebody, if you're familiar with jerk as a seasoning, leave a comment below. It tastes like I am eating straight pepper. It's rather spicy. It's good, but every bite I take, I end up just coughing of how hard it hits me. My mouth is on fire right now, and the pineapple helps cut it a little bit, but no matter what, it just punches through everything. It's really good, but I'm sitting out here, of course, in the warm, and you know, I'm already profusely sweating just from eating it. I'm gonna finish it because it's really good, but it's one of those where it's gonna be like torture while I'm eating it, just because I like it, but it's like torturous to eat it. What we just did right now was we went in to watch the Bourne Spectacular, since we had heard good things about that. Holy crap. You see, here's the entrance right behind me. That, the name was absolutely fitting. It was spectacular. If you get a chance to check that show out, you need to check it out. One of the things in the beginning they said was it's probably the most like ambitious project that Universal Orlando has taken on to date, and I would probably agree. I haven't seen any other shows at Orlando, but just seeing that one, that was totally different than anything you've probably ever seen. So definitely check that out. All right, so obviously since it's Mardi Gras, there's several different New Orleans trucks and locations. So this one, it's a twisted tater. From what it looked like coming out, it's kind of like a spiraled potato, and they have the one without sausage with Cajun spices, which is vegan actually. So we're gonna try that one, and then we're gonna try and find the Trinidad stand, because it looks like everything they have there is vegan. All right, and before we eat the taters, we found Trinidad, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but you can see this one here. Deep fried spicy split pea dough. And then a pineapple trini chow. So that one's kind of desserty, it sounds like. So we'll get them both, and that'll almost finish out our card. So we will get, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Filori. Okay. And then the trini chow. Well, one of each.
Okay, sounds good. Would you like anything else?
Nope, that'll do it. That should leave one more.
Sounds great. I'm going to scan that. Thank you. And one more time.
Oh, one. Oh yeah, one for each item.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So here's the twisted tater, which is basically almost like a potato chip. And then here's the filori. So they're kind of like little morsels almost. I'm not sure what the sauce is, but I'll try it with that. And then there's the pineapple skewer, which looks, the way they have it prepared, it looks like a little chicken tender almost. All right, just finished all three of them. They were all very different, all very good. We'll start with the potatoes. I got the salt and vinegar flavoring because those are actually some of my favorite chips. Ashley said she got it. I didn't get it a whole lot, maybe a very, very subtle hint of it, but also grabbed some ketchup to dip it in. They were really good. I don't know if they were meant to still be a little raw. Me, I don't mind. I eat potatoes like apples sometimes, so it doesn't bother me. Just somebody not expecting that and not used to eating raw potatoes might be a little turned off by that, but I thought it was really good. Let's go with the, I don't remember how to say it, but it was the fried dough balls. Really good. The dough balls themselves were really dense, and then the dipping sauce was spicy, but again, it was really good. And then the pineapple that looked like chicken, super juicy, had the spices and some grill flavor to it, and then it was just a really good slice of pineapple. So all in all three of these were delicious, and I would totally eat them all again. All right, so our last and final item, we went over to Italy. We tried to get the cannoli, but before we could even get it out, we stepped up to the window and she said, I am out of cannolis. So instead we got the Italian rainbow cookie, which the name is deceiving. Ta-da! It looks like cake or like a brownie or something like that. The drink sounded really good too. I'm just too full to try and drink that right now. So we'll go try the Italian rainbow cookie. All right, so as far as that cookie from the Italy station, it was really good. It was not nearly as sweet as I thought it was gonna be, which for me is good. It was good though. Just had a kind of a blend of flavors. It's really hard for me to describe it, but it was really good. I just really wish they would have had the cannoli to try, you know, maybe next year. But anyway, so that brings us to the end. We are outside by the Globe. The park officially closed a half an hour ago, and we both just walked out. I went on the rocket roller coaster. I've never been on it before. That was really fun. The fireworks show started right as I was cresting over the top. So it was almost like they were playing the fireworks just for me. And then Declan and Ashley got to go on and do a couple more rides since he's too little to go on that roller coaster. And based on my experience on it, I wouldn't want him to ride that for like 10 more years. The day at the park was really good. Yes, there was the little bit of the distancing issue, even just in line at the roller coaster. There was a lot of non-distancing going on. Like, probably I saw at least a dozen people within a 20-foot radius of me that had their masks down, and then only when they knew a team member was coming by, they'd pull it up. But besides that, the day was super enjoyable, even through all the heat and all the humidity, because it was nice to be back in an operational Universal Studios. And this caps off the entire week of theme parks. I would say I'm theme parked out, but I'm not, because we haven't done anything in a year besides my one little excursion to Six Flags. So we really hope you like this video. If so, please give us a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you ring that bell below, you get notifications of all of our future videos. As always, please be kind and be real, and join us on our next experience.
Bye.